What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's doing absolutely great out there. It's your boy Ace with Carolina Knife and Gear reviews. But in this video, y'all, we'll be going over the Hogue A01MS Auto and just taking a quick look at it, going over, a few of the quick specs and all that good stuff. So if that is something you are into, stick around for the rest of the video. All right. So y'all, as I said earlier, we're going over the Hogue Auto, a little mini audio. It's the A01-MS to be exact. Look at that beautiful, beautiful knife. I love the blade shape on this. I absolutely love it. Tactical Wharncliffe, got some jimping on there. Just beautiful, beautiful knife. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. This thing pops out like lightning. Just beautiful snap. Check it out. Just hear that. Just quick. This thing comes out absolutely beautiful. It handles really, really, really nice. It really, really does. I have two negatives on this knife, but before I go there, let's go over a few specs, some quick specs. I'm gonna put them up on the screen so you have the official specs on this auto and this knife. It's like a two-inch blade or so on there. Obviously you have the specs, so you can go from that. You got the glass breaker on the end, pocket clip there, tactical Wharncliffe, as I said before. The steel on this is CPM 154, and you see 154 all the time out there. Yeah, y'all, so CPM 154 is out there big time. We see them all the time in knives. When I got this knife, and I've had this now, I think about 2 to 3 years. I think it's 3 years, but if not, whatever, 2.5, 3 years. Who's counting the other 6 months? But I wanted to get a nice small auto, and I can't remember who was advertising for this, but it came up on my radar, and I did some searching on YouTube on this auto, and Hogue has a great reputation with gun grips, pistol grips. That's one of their obviously huge things, but they have a collaboration with Alan Ilshowitz, I believe is his last name, the knife maker. So they make tons of different autos and non-autos with Hogue. Fantastic blade shapes, styles. I've actually handled the large Sig Sauer Scorpion, Emperor Scorpion, not the funky looking blade, but the crazy spear point blade, very large, but I'll flash to it on the screen so you have a reference. I have handled that knife. Great knife, great build quality. This knife, though, absolutely is fantastic. It has absolute great lockup. I've said absolute 3 times, so it has good lockup. Fires, as I said, extremely quick. Beautiful push buttons. Got that fidget factor. If you can carry these around in your state, then this would be a good little fidget knife. They also make this in a non-auto, and it comes in different blade colors. Really cool knife, though. Definitely a really cool knife. And it's also a button lock on the manual. But you got your little safety there, so you don't engage it in your pocket. It's going to be real. I don't see how you would, but maybe you could, right? Maybe you could. It has that nice glass breaker on the end there, so if you're in a jam, boom, if there's a flash flood, and you had to get out of your vehicle, poof, you could use that, or a hammer, or an actual glass breaker to get out of your vehicle, but this does have that on there. So y'all, as I said, I got this knife about 2-3 years ago. I've used it a lot, but when I got this knife out of the box, it really wasn't as sharp as I like my knives to be fresh out the box. And there's some other brands that I have bought that have just been razor sharp. This one was not razor sharp out the box. I would have liked it just a little bit more sharper, but this still, after I put an edge on it, it still has maintained a nice edge on it for sure. It's got that tactical Wharncliffe blade. I've mentioned that 3 times, but I just want y'all to see that beautiful Wharncliffe blade. It is just fantastic. I love that tactical Wharncliffe design. It's actually one of my favorite styles of knives next to the you know, the scimitar, kind of that Persian swept. I love that type of a blade design. But y'all, this knife, once again, it's a great little addition to your collection. It's very, very small. You know, I don't have like gigantic hands, but you can see this thing does disappear. Pops out great, as I said before. My two negatives, y'all, and this knife could have been a home run for sure if these two things were addressed on it. Now, you got this pocket clip on there, as y'all can see. You see that? This is way important. This is the main reason why this knife is definitely not a 10 out of 10 next to the other point, but really this is the icing on the cake. You see how that pocket clip is curved like that? Well, it snags up on clothing. You got it. So if you're wearing the nylon shorts or your sweats, it's gonna hang up on there. So you're gonna get it kind of some snaggage on the nylon or the sweatpants. Now, as far as jeans go with this knife and the pocket clip, I didn't have any snaggage on it, but it was just like on the khakis, the polyester type material, the nylon, the sweats. It hung up on there, and I can't stand that. Like, that sucks. They should have gone with standard pocket clip, like a lot of folks have that are flat. Now, I know they wanted to get creative, but that was just a bad idea. Maybe they've addressed this. I haven't looked back at maybe the revamped version of this, because I think there's another revamped version of this, but the pocket clip on this thing sucks. It sucks. Jeans, it's fine, but honestly, y'all, I do wear jeans, but I don't wear jeans a lot. As I said in some of my other videos, I'm mostly wearing the nylon type material shorts because it is hot here. And I'm also wearing, you know, the sweat pant jogger type shorts, and I'm just not wearing jeans enough. But when I do wear jeans, I'll throw this up in there, you know. And on the side, you know, I'll put it on my waistband. It doesn't really snag up as much on the waistband, but it still does. But sometimes I'll throw that in there. I was doing that a lot when I first got this knife. I was carrying it all the time and putting this knife through the paces, and testing it out. But this pocket clip sucks. That's just, you know, it just does. It's not very good in my humble opinion. Now, the second thing, y'all, for me, and this isn't the biggest deal. It is, but it isn't. Okay, I don't want to sound like a waffle, but it is. It's kind of annoying. Okay, just like the pocket clip, super annoying. This glass breaker here, y'all, as you can see on there, it's a good glass breaker, but if you can really, I gotta see if the camera will get in there. Okay, right there is probably a good way. That little blunt end, it is sharp. It definitely is sharp. Not like it's gonna, you know, pierce your skin, but it will scrape your skin. It'll scrape right here. Because when you have this knife in your pocket and you go down to, you know, to grab it, you know, to reach in your pocket, this pocket clip always hits the top of my hand like this all the time. So it's rather annoying like that, because this isn't a deep carry pocket clip either. It sticks out a little bit, so it's gonna hit the top of my hand. It does it all the time when I carry this knife. And it's the same thing in the waist. If it's in my waistband, then of course this blunt end that's sticking out like that is rubbing up against my hip. So, you know, that is rather annoying and sucks. So those are the two main things on this knife that don't make it a 10 out of 10. You know, I guess on a scale, I'd give this a 6.57. If it nailed that deep carry pocket clip without that loop on there, and it not being so sharp up top here with the glass breaker. Okay, you need to make it sharp, but some ingenuity. Maybe the deep carry pocket clip would prevent that from scraping the top of your palm. Your hand. I think it probably would, but I don't know. Only time will tell if they fix that. And you know, if this was a deep carry pocket clip, that would be the only way to really tell. And I'm not going to go buy a deep carry pocket clip for this knife. Maybe I will. I don't know. There's a company called, it's like Lynchburg or Lynchpin, something like that. They make them for the Enduras. Those become deep carry pocket clips. They're everywhere, and they do a really good job at that. making for the Enduros, and I'm sure they make it for this knife here. So y'all, I just wanted to clarify about the whole glass breaker being in the pocket and it being an issue, just so there's some clarity on that regarding the glass breaker. So when this knife is in my pocket, which is always in my right because I'm a righty, when I have to reach into that pocket to, let's just say, grab my keys out, grab whatever out of my pocket, wherever that Hogue is, the knife, when I reach into my pocket, usually scrapes and touches the top of the back of my hand like this every time. And this being sharp, it can be rather annoying and sometimes, you know, slightly painful, but not, you know, not like you have to go to the ER, but it's just annoying because you're just having this thing hit the back of your hand all the time to pull out your keys or whatever. So if I'm carrying this knife, needless to say, nothing's going to be carried in my pocket at all because it's just so damn annoying. So I just wanted to clear that up regarding the glass breaker aspect of the Hogue A01-MS. The other reason, obviously, this knife didn't come as sharp as I really like it to come sharp out of the box from the factory. But other than that, y'all, I mean, this knife is really, really built well in terms of, you know, the handle quality is beautiful on it. The action is ridiculous. It has that same snappiness like other knife brands out there. This thing just flies open and great lockup on this blade. And it is a perfect size blade and a perfect size knife, you know, to get in there. Doing some fine cut work, or if you need to grip up on it, or, you know, whatever's clever with this knife. But it is a really great knife, and maybe it'll find its way into your collection as it has mine. But those are the things that are my biggest gripes concerning this Hogue A01-MS. So y'all, my name is Ace once again. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. It's always appreciated. And I will see y'all in my next review. Have a great day. Peace.